Hey guys, Kirk with OCD Mountain Biking. So today on this video I'm going to catch y'all up to speed on what's going on with the channel and what we got going on here today. So first of all, I want to say thank you all for sticking around and for all my subscribers that have showed up on my channel since my last video. I really appreciate you being here. 350 subscribers, that's quite amazing. I really appreciate you being here again. And anyhow, so today I'm going to go over some of the products I've actually bought in the meantime, some of which are replacements for products I was already using and hopefully upgrades. So we'll talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about what's going on in the future, what the plans are for the future, and some exciting things that are down the road. So let's get started. So let's go over one of the upgrades I've made here. This here is concerning my camera equipment as far as videoing when I'm on the trails, giving you that point of view, immersive type footage. So this here is the GoPro Chesty. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with it, either you've used it or heard of it before. This is kind of a harness that goes over your shoulders and around your midsection and attaches somewhere around here, and you put your gimbal and your camera on there, and that gives you, your shot, your point of view, first person point of view shot. This thing worked okay, but one of the issues I had with it is it has these really spongy or flexible straps that don't really securely and firmly hold it against your body. With all the weight of the gimbal and the camera, it tends to want to bounce a bit, and obviously that's not going to be conducive to a rock steady shot. The other thing that concerned me, especially after having a couple of crashes in the recent months, was if I did get, and God forbid I got into some kind of little incident where I crashed and landed on my chest, all that equipment's going to go right into my chest bones, into my ribs, and it probably wouldn't be a good scene. So I went and replaced it with this chest mount from CamelBak. It's an impact protector and a GoPro camera mount. This piece here is a piece of really rigid and semi-flexible material that will protect your chest, or your sternum, I guess, in an event of a crash of any sort. So that's going to protect you if you do crash. Also, what I like about it is because it's a big plate, it's going to have a much more sturdy mount, a much more surface to hold that camera steady and not get that bouncing that you got with the Chesty here. So I'm really hopeful that this thing's not only going to give me better shots, but God forbid in the event of an accident, it protects me. Haven't used it yet. Looking forward to using it real soon, in the spring. You guys will all see the footage that comes from that. Hopefully that's a great purchase. So the next thing I upgraded was my tire pump. This is one I bought probably 10-15 years ago. It's a Specialized. I guess just with time, maybe the seals, whatever have dried up and kind of lost their ability to create pressure. So I decided to upgrade it to this one I found on Amazon. It's called the Pro Bike Tool. It's a mini pump. I like this one for a couple of reasons. First of all, I had great reviews on Amazon. That's an obvious reason. Also, I liked how compact it is by this little flexible hose that slides inside the handle, attaches at the end here, and it allows you to connect it to your valve, and it flexes instead of being rigid like this one, which you can get into trouble if you're kind of shoving that valve stem around. You can get a hole in your tire or create a leak in your tubeless system. Anyhow, I haven't really got a chance to use it on the trail yet, but so far I like the way it looks. It seems to be very well made, very solid, and looking forward to getting some use out of that in the future, and we'll report back in, let you know how it worked out for me. And finally, I want to talk about my hydration pack. I've been using this CamelBak Lobo hydration pack, which I actually really like. I didn't find a lot of faults with it. I didn't like the lack of organization in the front lower pocket here. It just didn't seem like it had enough room, and a lot of things got clustered up in there, and hard to get. When you just want to get something out of it real quick on the trail side, it seemed kind of like a pain in the butt, but not a deal breaker. Overall, it's been a great pack. It's got a pocket down here with some different organizers. It's got the center pocket here where you can fit your tube and any kind of lightweight jacket or anything else in there, and then your actual bladder goes in the back here. I also didn't really like this lid here. The way you have to line up these arrows, you have to line up here and here, get them just right in order for it to kind of lock in and twist into place. Kind of fought with that a little bit. Didn't really like that. Again, not a deal breaker. Still worked fine, but a little bit of a pet peeve. I was doing some research online, and I found they have a newer version of the CamelBak meal. This is it here, and it had a couple of things that sold me on it. First of all, the actual tube that you get your fluid out of, your hydration out of, it's a lot bigger, so it's going to allow for more flow. It's going to have more flow here at the nozzle. It also has using a newer system as far as the open and close mechanism right here. I don't know if that's a pro or a con, if that's going to be a better thing or a worse thing, that's yet to be seen, but I like that it's going to have better flow. I liked in the back here, it seemed to me to be a better design as far as this mesh here covering these little standoffs that allow airflow to go, you know, across your back when you're riding and not create so much sweat. That looked like it might be a better design. This one here worked okay. This one was a little different in that the standoffs were horizontal and allowed for some airflow in between them, not much in the middle there. So again, I haven't used this yet. It's yet to be seen how well that ventilation system works, if it's an upgrade or if it's the same or it doesn't even really make a difference. But again, I like the upgraded tube. I like the ventilation system. Also in the actual shoulder harnesses, it seemed to be a thinner material with even more ventilation going through that, which again, anytime you can get more ventilation through your hydration or backpack, the better. The less sweat you're going to create, better off you are. And it seems like I had a better layout too as far as the pack here. In the pockets, in the organization. There are a couple of energy bars that keep in their energy gels. It seems it's a little bit bigger, a little bit deeper in the front there. It's got the same kind of a layout, but it just seems like it's a little bit more spacious, a little bit more room. And I like how this flap opens up the entire area, and it just seems like it's a little bit easier to access. Again, this is all speculation. We'll see once we get it out on the trail. But like I said, the main reasons were the bigger hydration tube here. Better ventilation. The new CamelBak Lobo, it has a completely different type of screw-on lid to the CamelBak. It just screws on like basically anything else. You don't have to line up any arrows or anything. You just start spinning it and cranks right down. And we'll see. If it's not better and it doesn't make a big difference or whatever, I may go back to this one. We'll see. But well, I look forward to trying out all these new products and reporting back into you guys and letting you know how they all worked out for me. Thanks again for joining me today and sticking around on my channel. Want to let you know about a couple of cool things coming up in the near future. First of all, I will be going to the Sea Otter Classic up over here in Monterey in a couple of weeks. Super excited to go to that, as always. Hopefully get some great reviews, some product reviews, and show you some cool new stuff that they got going on there at the Sea Otter Classic. Also, I want to let you know that we'll be doing some more trail rides. We got some more product reviews coming up, and I'm super excited what the future holds for this channel. So thanks again for joining me. We'll see you next time. Stay tuned for my next video from the Sea Otter Classic 2018.